So this is the original plaster from the 1800s. I'm estimating roughly 1880s. What we've done is there were cracks in the walls, gouged the cracks out. And basically we're gonna fill those with plaster. We have a bunch of holes here, and we have a big hole here as well. Now the proper way to do this is you want to put screws to hold any loose plaster. This plaster isn't loose between each piece. We've taken the crack out. I've done the other room, the cracks never came back. So I'm going to fill these with plaster. I'm not going to use drywall compound. I know people are using it, but they say you should use plaster. I'm going to stick with the original plaster and do a plaster repair. You're supposed to wet the areas where you're going to be patching. So I've already used a big bag on the other room. You can get these big bags. You can't find them at many stores here. You can get the little boxes, Home Depot, Canadian Tire, whatever. Pay a little bit more, but the box is easier. And don't breathe the stuff either. It's not good for you. It's got silica. Say to wear gloves. When you're mixing up plaster or any drywall compound, you want your containers really, really clean. And you put cold water in. You're just going to put enough water to mix up what you can work with. We'll put that in. That little bit of water will mix up a lot of plaster. So mix the powder in to the water. It's hard to mix into a container like this. It's very similar to concrete. You gotta work really fast with this stuff, plaster. Really, really fast. Get it mixed, get ready, grab your trowel. So we can just take a little bit on our trowel, smooth it in. It's very thin. So what you want to do with plaster is you want to make sure that it's completely level or under level, because you don't want to sand any of this. We're going to put drywall compound over top. So that's what you can finish. Plaster you can't really finish it. You can't really sand it that well, so we don't want to have to sand plaster. That's not good. We want this completely flush. You're pushing it into the right into the cracks, so you can break the lap. Really set up now. Or your scraper. You got your hole prepped. You want to wet the area, spray it down. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spread this into the lath. This stuff's already getting a little stiffer than what I was working with. Just want to get it on there. See, the thing is, because I only have so much, I'm only going to put it where I know that I can finish. I can fill the gap. So I'm not going to go any higher than that. So quick. Rest it off. That's about it. What I can do is then take my wide applicator and then it's good. That's about all we got. So that's it. So if you want, you go around and just take off any high spots. So what I've learned with plaster is you don't want to do any sanding with plaster. So you want to make sure that it's actually a little lower than the hole. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over this with drywall compound. Drywall compound will just go right over this, and it'll just smooth this completely right out. So we have the plaster in the lath, which is good. This plaster is a hell of a lot stronger. And the drywall compound will build this up, and it'll bring it out nice and smooth all the way out to here. just like this one, someone's done a patch here, and it's actually lower in here and higher here. So I can mud right over that and bring that up to this height. We're going to do the drywall compound next. So it's been a couple of years now. This is the room that was repaired, and there's no cracks in the plaster whatsoever. So over here there was a big hole, and I smoothed all this area out here, and no cracks have come back. There was a lot of cracks over on this side here. This wall had a lot of cracks in it. I just wanted to show you guys that you can actually repair a plaster. If you got an old house and you want to keep the plaster's kind of unique compared to drywall. Personally, I kind of like it. Alright guys, so that was the plaster repair video and update, and thank you for watching.